In a deeply emotional and courageous interview, BBC racing commentator John Hunt has spoken publicly for the first time since the brutal murder of his wife Carol and daughters Louise and Hannah by Crossbow killer Kyle Clifford. Sitting alongside his surviving daughter Amy, John shared treasured memories and previously unseen photos of their close-knit family, determined to honor their legacy of love. John described his immense grief but also the unbreakable bond he still feels with his loved one. "From the moment I wake up, I say good morning to each of them," he shared. "At night, before I sleep, I talk to them. They're always with me." The devastating attack happened in July last year at their family home in Bushey, Hertfordshire. Clifford, 26, had recently been broken up with by 25-year-old Louise, and within 2 weeks, carried out a premeditated and horrifying act. He murdered Carol, 61, Louise, and 28-year-old Hannah. He was later sentenced to a whole life order for murder, rape, and possession of a crossbow. John and Amy bravely recounted the weeks leading up to the murders. While Clifford appeared quiet and normal, they admitted he came off as immature and often couldn't handle criticism. Though there were no obvious signs of violence, Amy explained, there was evidence that he wasn't a nice person, but nothing that told us he was capable of this. They had no idea he would one day carry out such a monstrous crime. John reflected on a touching moment when Amy returned home after an evening out with her sisters. They talked about how lucky they felt to have had such a close, loving family. "It was beautiful to hear," John said, choking up at the memory. Louise, who ran a dog grooming business, had shared a TikTok shortly before her death that resonated with John. Though it wasn't her original quote, it perfectly captured her spirit. "I'm proud of myself for realizing that love is always worth giving, even when it may not be received." The family now hopes to be remembered for the love they shared, not for the horrific way their lives were taken. John, who returned to work just 60 days after the tragedy, said, "The devastation we feel can't be put into words. But their legacy lives on, in love, kindness, and the memories we hold on to every single day."